Doing 281 Charles Bancroft Highway. We were invited by Joan to answer questions.
Okay. Now your presentation is you're proposing to run a driveway where? I'm trying to look at your map here.
Oh.
Between two wet areas, is that what we're?
No, north of a wet area. What I've done is I have some, at the request of the planning.
You
board-
actually have two of them that are in the works right now too, right?
Yeah.
That's
this
the one
is
I'm just looking at.
Charles
Okay.
Bancroft.
Yeah, we don't have anything on that at all. Maybe Joan does, but we don't.
On Charles Bancroft?
Right.
Okay. What I've done is I've made some copies. I don't know how, if you. So what Mr. Jefferson is proposing, this is number 281, Charles Bancroft Highway. This is the existing property line.
Right.
This is the proposed line here. It splits it in half. And what he'd like to do is create a building lot here. Now, this is a wetland area here. So what we'd like to do is skirt this. So had TF Moran, what they did is they created a drainage plan and drainage study at the request of the planning board between here and the road, because there was some concerns by the abutter to the north. He just wanted sureties that creating a driveway wouldn't, add to whatever flow of water he had on his property. So, and I also have a letter from the engineer stating that. There's a letter from the engineer stating that there will be no additional water. There will actually be a decrease in flow to the north because of the interceptor swale and the drainage to the wetland area to the south, which is this area right here. Oops, I'm sorry, sorry.
That's okay. Where's 281 on?
281 is, see this big barn? This is north.
Yeah.
There's a big white barn right there.
Yeah.
The fire station's down here, the library's
No,
down here.
the library would be right there. Yeah.
Now, is this where the construction is going on?
No.
Right?
No,
That would
nothing to do with
be-
that.
That would be here.
It's close to the library.
I would say.
Okay.
I think
Doesn't
this is
matter.
one house down from that brick house, like because this.
No,
that one
No,
right
the
there.
brick house
No.
is a ways away.
Brick
No,
house
up
would
there?
be like right here.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's okay. It's further south than I thought.
If you're familiar with where that
Mark Riley lives in that little
he lives
ranch.
down here.
Yeah, okay.
He lives right there.
That's right, the other side.
They
of the
covered it
property.
up with the dig safe.
Yeah, right, yes.
He's- So it was. Those were the questions that the planning board asked us to address. It had to do with the flow of water and the location of the proposed driveway.
Now, with the Daltons amicable to the engineering reports, have they seen these results or?
They were to be brought up, when Joan asked us to come down, I was sort of taken aback a little bit because we were supposed to propose, show this to the zoning board of adjustments. They asked us to take a look at it because it also, because the driveway is going to be in the proximity of a wetland. So they wanted us to address the small drainage study between the proposed house and Charles Bancroft.
How long is the driveway?
It's not relevant.
Jeez.
It's not relevant to us. It's
I'm
nothing to
just
us.
curious.
And
to know.
also, it's a proposed driveway. So let's say they stopped here, or let's say they stopped here,
Okay, and there's drainage. These are drainage
Those are culverts.
culverts for drainage.
Yeah, see, each one of these are typical right here. So
Okay.
this is an interceptor swale right here.
Mhm.
And anything over here is picked up. Those are 15-inch high-density polyethylene culverts.
Mhm.
A little oversized, in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. But I think 12 inch would be fine, but they put 15.
Yeah.
So is it, just trying to see what's on the north side of the culvert here, is that there's no wetlands up here?
No,
Or what? So
there's
it's
not.
Just south of it?
So
Okay.
what Mr. Dalton, his contention was that even though these, I can't speak for Mr. Dalton,
Yeah.
but there was some questions about where the water here.
Mhm.
He felt that any disturbance of the soil here would flood his house and his property. The break line if you look at the contour lines, they're sort of shaded right here.
Yeah.
The break line goes here, okay, which means that the watershed is anything over here goes this way and anything over here goes this way. So I tried to explain that to Mr. Dalton with little to no success. So at the behest of the planning board, what I did is I had TF Moran do a drainage study based on this area right here.
Right.
And that also went hand in hand with a request that we didn't have to do a drainage study of the whole property, which is 38 acres.
Right.
You know, for one house, 38
one
acres
house, yeah, right.
is rather unreasonable.
Anybody have any questions?
I mean, it's
Yes.
elegant in its simplicity.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I will just advise Joan that we reviewed it and we have no questions. Okay.
Okay.
Very good. Eventually,
Okay, I appreciate
get that letter out before the ZBA meeting, so. How you feeling, Dick?
Okay, yeah, hanging in there,
Oh, good.
yeah.
That's good.
Is that, so any questions for,
You folks have any questions for us?
Jeffrey?
Okay.
No, I don't, you know, the house I built for my parents,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh,
if you start walking at the mailbox on a rainy day and you walk into the woods, you're not even get your feet wet,
Right,
you
right.
know?
Mhm.
But behind the farmhouse,
Oh, on a
that's where the
rainy
water
day.
is.
Yeah, right. Mhm.
And you remember, behind Mark's
Yeah,
house
yeah,
is the beaver dam.
Yeah, right.
That's the problem.
Yeah, right. Mhm.
Yeah.
Dan.
I did?
Dam beavers,
Oh.
beaver dam, dam beavers, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's very nice.
How's that?
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
Very good. Thanks a lot, guys.
You just had some other questions about, I think it was,
Oh, we had the other one you got pending, it's,
yeah, that was actually going for the zoning board of adjustments. This doesn't concern.
no, you folks are off the hook. Yeah.
What's that? We're all set, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
Yeah.
all right, good.
Anything we need to know about this one or should know about this one?
What it is she has a 20-acre parcel.
Mhm.
It's 19.99, but
Mhm.
can I say 20 acres?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
She has a
I'm sorry,
20
I
acre.
don't-
She has a 20-acre parcel, and she'd like to take 5 off.
Mhm.
Mrs. Jean has an autistic son, and she'd like to create a caretaker house.
Mhm.
She has 20 acres, and so what happened is that area in the back used to be a sand pit.
Mhm.
So they would drive the trucks, they'd pick up the sand, and I think that was when they did April Drive,
Mhm.
and they did Snowdrop.
Mhm.
There's a pre-existing ductile iron 12-inch culvert that connects 2 wetlands.
Mhm.
This goes over it. The distance between the wetlands, I'm going to estimate, is 16 feet.
Mhm.
And it's a raised grade.
Mhm.
It's been packed down by years and years of by trucks going through there. The driveway would be in the proximity of the wetlands, but there would be no dredging, there'd be no filling because that's already been
Existing.
done during
Right.
the heyday of the sand
The
pits.
development, yeah. Mhm. Yeah, so
It's
actually.
just, it's just a clean solution to an issue as opposed to creating a new driveway. Utilize the one that's already been graded.
Mhm.
She may add, let's say she may pave it. I would suggest she pave it.
Right, right. Mhm.
So that would, just add to the vertical element to it, but there would be no horizontal widening.
Which one did Joan wanted us to do a walk on? I saw an email on
I would
that.
suggest a walk on because you would see that it's the best solution, to get
There'd be no culvert involved, you just said it's
It's
gonna
already
be existing.
pre-existing and it's ductile iron too. So, and it's been taking sand trucks, 10 wheelers full of sand for years and
A long
years. So
time,
as far as like emergency vehicles and that,
Okay, I guess you have no question on that one either then, so I think you pretty well clarified it. If anybody feels they need to take a sidewalk, but other than that,
Would we be able to?
yes,
Yeah,
she's
I'd like to, I would.
The best thing to do is to actually
Yeah.
go out and see
Right,
it.
if
You
you
know,
go-
get the best.
okay. If you go to April Drive, she's right at the end.
Okay.
And you go up her driveway and you can see the opening,
Mhm.
like, because it's a pre-existing opening. And you can just walk right down. Have you been in contact with her via email, or do you want me to?
No,
yeah, probably have you get in touch with them. by
I'll just
email.
say that,
Some of the members of the Conservation Committee will probably be taking a walk on it.
it's sometime,
What's the address?
it's 10. She's at the very end. Yeah.
10 April Drive?
Anyway, right, yeah.
You know what Snowdrop is? Sort of across from, Snowdrop is across from.
Wilson's, I think,
Wilson's.
right? It's
No.
right nearby.
Yeah.
there.
Mhm.
It's nice. It's a nice property. And she has 20 acres, but it's inundated in a large portion, especially in the back with wetlands. So as far as having the best use of the land, I think this is a great use of the land.
Is that one that goes all the way
especially
back to Laurel or Birch? Does that piece of land go all the way back to Laurel or Birch?
Oh, shoot. I wish. Do you have
Is that the very end?
the very end of April? Yeah. You go down. It's a relatively large house. It's a 3-car garage. You can't see the wetlands from the road.
Yeah, right.
So because you have to sort of go up, and then it goes. It starts.
I can't picture, I'm having a hard time picturing this.
Yeah, I am too. That's why.
If you go there, when you go, because there's a tree line, and you'll see the opening in the tree line. You'd have to cut that back in the course of construction and things like that. But you'll see it, and then you'll get maybe 50 feet in, and then you'll see the ductile iron pipe, and how it goes right over it. And you'll see the nice flat grade that they created when the trucks were going over it. It's flagged.
Mhm.
Really isn't tough.
Huh? I know, I'm trying to,
Yeah.
my eyesight isn't that good anymore.
So then it is, as you go, let's say it's 100 feet long. I'm just throwing out a
Yeah.
number in my mind. And then it goes to a clearing where they used to have the trucks come in and,
Mhm,
and
stage.
turn around. Yeah. And that's where she's proposing the house. But that of course is,
Yeah.
also going to be based on
Mhm.
location of septic system and things like that.
Well,
Come walk me through as best you can with this map.
If I was to say what's north, okay,
Where
so there's
are you
north.
starting from?
So let's go down. Here is, let's say this is Charles Bancroft
Okay.
right here,
Mhm.
and Wilson's is right here.
Okay.
So I come in Snowdrop,
Mhm.
and it goes in here, and
Okay.
then the road sort of goes like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, Snowdrop is the over 55 community. right?
No, they're just duplexes.
Yeah, but there are some single families in this neighborhood,
Oh,
but there's
okay.
also duplexes.
Yeah,
Correct.
There's that one massive big one.
So then she's at the so you go down the Lilac down to the end,
Mhm.
okay? And there's a driveway that's sort of like, she sort of penciled it in, and it goes like that. So then if you go to the tree line, which is, let's say right here, you look down and you can see, you can see the old road grade. And then you get to this opening right here, and that's where that's where she's looking to put the.
You guys familiar
proposed-
what he's talking about now?
Yes.
Yeah, you're from, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well, just say to some of the members will be down, just taking a walk.
Yeah,
around.
I'll
Mhm.
when I get back, I'll email her. She's very nice.
Mhm.
And I'll email her and I'll just say,
Yeah.
what we talked about.
Yeah, we at this point don't see any problems either. It's the
Okay.
same thing, so,
Okay, I appreciate it.
very good.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna see my agenda again, please. Yeah. Okay, discuss rules of conduct for conservation properties, received input from, okay, NHACC. You
So
know.
I don't think we really made any, I don't think we've taken any further steps on essentially assembling a list of rules for the park, but it's essentially what I'm just looking at is to try and see if we can get all the existing rules, like dawn to dusk, all that stuff, and make sure it's all just compiled in a list. And if we have any new things that we want to bring up that might not be on there, just to make sure that all those rules are being followed, and if we can have them posted clearly at the sites or maybe at the library with the maps that everyone knows.
Yeah.
Because I thought Joan, one of the things that includes in those rules is that I saw an email that Joan had sent some lady in Concord about definition of outdoor. Did you see that one about outdoor activity?
Neither, no.
And I don't know if we ever got an answer back on that,
That's it.
because that, the incident we had at Moore's Falls,
I mean, the shooting, the target practice?
the target practice, and these people were claiming that was listed as part of an outdoor activity, which I have a very difficult time
Oh,
believing.
somebody has been in contact with these people? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
I haven't
well,
done
the farm people confronted the people who were shooting,
anything. Okay.
and they claimed it was considered under outdoor activity. And of course, the people didn't know,
Yeah, right.
But I saw an email that Joan had sent to somebody in Concord. I'll have to go look through my emails again, asking for a definition and see if we get that clarified. Because I have the terrible feeling we had this one incident, and
Yeah, it probably won't happen again, but the thing is that you
I
need to clarify.
think we are going to probably have it happen again. That's what I'm concerned.
One of my major concerns was that I took a picture of the stump where they were target shooting. They were shooting in the direction of St. Francis, and in the background you could see through the trees the clearing where
Yeah.
St. Francis
no
was.
question
There's
about it.
there's no backdrop there,
Yeah,
so
right.
there's nothing really stopping them from just shooting
Keep
right
on
out in that
going.
area.
So
St. Francis.
now, when Joan's coming back,
Next week, I might think.
Next week?
I don't know.
all right, we should chase her down and see if she got any kind of response from that woman. But I did see that email and didn't see any kind of
reply.
response. Yeah.
No.
Do you think it would have been worthwhile to just contact St. Francis and say, hey, this is what's going on? We had an incident down there just to keep you informed. And if you hear,
I mean,
like
it
that,
wouldn't
if you
hurt,
have
but I
any
mean, I'm
concerns.
assuming that they would know it and they would have called and complained anyhow if they'd been there when it happened. I mean,
That's true.
just out of common sense, you
Well,
got a school with a couple hundred kids in it, you notify the police that there's shooting going on in your backyard. I mean, I would in my own backyard and I have no kids in my backyard.
Let's see if I can find a picture,
Yeah.
actually.
Well, wasn't the target shooting happened during off hours?
yeah, that's why they don't probably even know what's going
No,
on.
probably not. No.
Oh, that's true. I didn't know when
Well,
that was happening.
Should Joan, and this is a question,
Mhm.
should Joan notify the school? Is it okay if we notify the school, if we talk to the,
Yeah, wait till Joan gets back, let her handle that.
that's what I thought,
Yeah.
okay?
Mhm.
That Joan should
Well,
approach that situation.
This was the stump they were using.
This is the stump they were using, and in the back, this is where St. Francis is,
Mhm.
right in there. And yeah, you can see essentially where the target shooting was. You can see there's a couple thumbtacks in the tree from where they were where they had the targets hanging.
Yeah.
And they were also shooting across a trail. And where the stump was, it was kind of in a blind corner in the
Yeah.
trail. So if someone's mountain biking and they round that corner real quick,
Mhm.
and they don't see them, there's a hazard there.
Yeah.
For sure.
So, anyway.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
Yeah, what else we got? Go back to my agenda, please. Since you're the only one that has an agenda around here. Yeah, untouched properties. What is there? What trails do we want?
Yeah, so to just follow up on this, I'd like to.
Stop moving my agenda.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you. I know it's your machine, but
I was just thinking of if we should start at least marking out areas of where we want to either put in trails up at Birch Street, or if we want to just clear out what's there, because there's a couple ATV trails in there that are starting to that have clearly had some vegetation and overgrowth in
Right.
there, and if we should go down there, maybe just clean that up a little bit.
I would think that would be the main, target at this point would just be to clean up a little bit to get some, to get a basic, a visible site where it would be a trail without really improving trails.
Mhm.
You start improving trails, we might encourage more ATV use
Now,
and stuff.
you've been to the Birch, I still can't find it, but that's beside the point. But is there a lot of vines and stuff in that area or no?
Well, I went in the winter. It wasn't too bad. It was just there was definitely a lot of ATV activity back there. A lot of wetlands. Kind of the trails go over wetlands. So a lot of it was very muddy. But it was clear that at one time there was what seemed to be ATV traffic because of the double ruts in there. But it's definitely been a while since consistent activity
Just a
back there.
All right.
Taggart Street and Moore's Falls, we addressed that. And Jefferson's, we addressed that. Birdhouse project, placement of houses, she still got that one on there?
Still basically no updates, but yeah.
Okay.
Other than we gotta get the birdhouses from Roger so we can put them in the shed. Other than that, yeah.
And that's it. Anybody have anything else that we need to
Oh,
discuss?
yes.
What do you got?
You want to?
No, after you.
Okay. Do we have any money in the budget up at the kiosk at Morse Falls particularly? That apparently there's a lock on there, but somebody's lost the key or they don't know where the key is. And by the way, I looked at the lock and it appears to be a combination lock,
Yeah, I think it's
not a
Key lock.
key lock. So do we have any money to replace that?
I mean, that's not a big deal. It's just, it's just, you're talking, figuratively speaking, pennies. No, I mean, it's got money to replace that, but that had been discussed before, having someone go cut it off, and I have never heard any more would ever come.
Well, we had probably mentioned it, but do you think we've got, I mean, the lock should be replaced and the key should be
Lost. I mean,
Yeah.
not lost again.
not lost again,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
Especially in this
But
product.
especially if it was a combination lock, obviously there's no keys lost. It's just that nobody knows the
I
combination.
was shocked. Did you guys look at the lock?
Yeah, I saw it was a really small. It was a simple lock, wasn't it? Like a
Oh,
really.
it's 5 and 10.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised to find
Yeah.
out it was a combination lock.
Right.
So,
Yeah, just what you need to get. I think there's some. I don't know. Maybe it's just an imagination. I think we talked about having the fire department go up and strip it off. They get the bolt cutters. But if somebody's got a pair of bolt cutters to do it, just cut it off. I mean, it's and then we just pick up a new lock. It's not a big deal.
okay, is it okay if we take a hacksaw to it? Or
Yeah, if you got
bolt
that much
cutters?
patience, yeah. Bolt cutters
Okay.
is just a one quick snip. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. If you got, fine. That's
because the key, I mean, especially where we've got that no target shooting.
fine. Yeah,
sign,
right. Yeah,
we
yeah.
should
No problem.
put
That's,
that in
that's
there.
not a problem at all. No, if you
Oh yeah,
you get the time.
inside.
if you get the time to cut it, and go through it.
Okay,
Mhm.
the next question
Yeah.
that we had thought of or we had asked about is now because of Morris Falls and it's summertime and it's hot, we figured that our people who were doing the shooting
Mhm.
probably have backed off.
Mhm.
But the fall's coming up.
Mhm.
What are the rules as far as putting trail cameras up there? Because Matt has seen fires in there, or campfires, which we know we don't allow. But it isn't a matter of, it's a matter of catching these people, but not finding them and reminding them that there's not supposed to be fires in there.
I believe we'd have to post signs indicating that there was
A trail camera?
yes. I believe because I mean you're invading their privacy. You know
Well-
they're on town property.
I'm not sure what the rule is about being able to use cameras on public property. I think it's okay. I don't think you need to notify people because
Oh, I
it's
think you
public
do, right?
property.
No, I think anyway you're taking pictures, you need to post it.
Well, if it's in a
Yeah.
public place, I'm not sure.
Well,
Well, it's not totally a public place per se. I mean, it's town
Okay.
property, but it's, in a sense where it's public place, but people really don't look at
I
it that way.
mean,
I'm
Matt
not sure of that either. I mean, we'd
Matt
have
and
to-
I
Yeah.
have the same, going down there
Mhm.
and because of all the fires and stuff, right now we're hitting it lucky
Mhm.
because of all the rain and
Mhm.
stuff like that. But if a fire gets going down there,
Mhm.
it can really get going. It's brushy and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, now you've been in touch with the police, you said. You've talked with them.
We have talked with them and Chief O'Brien, I believe, has agreed to monitor the situation as far as the cars that are there,
Mhm.
not actually physically walking in there. And I can understand that because having his officer leave his vehicle
Mhm.
to walk in there, which is it isn't a wicked long walk but
No, but you are out of service for quite a while.
you are out of service.
Yeah.
But I think it's a point of reminding the public, of, hey, this is not supposed to be drinking, there's not supposed to be fires and all that sort of stuff.
Right, right.
And the fact that they're aware that there are cameras there,
Mhm. No, I mean, just posting, the fact that there is cameras there.
Well, the other thing too, I don't know, on the kiosk, does it say no fires?
That's the thing, and it doesn't to
No.
my knowledge, and I
don't
think
believe
that's
so,
why
no.
it's a
We've
good
never,
idea.
Never
like,
been a question, yeah.
that's why I think it would be a good idea if we actually get together like those rules. We
Mhm.
can put them in a list, post it all the kiosks, post it publicly, make sure it's like somewhere else, like
Right.
the library.
Because there is lack of information, and I can understand that, somebody goes over there and says, well, hey, I guess we can do this. There's nothing that's saying that we can't do it. But it just isn't Moore's Fall, is, Birch and the other places
Yeah,
too
right.
that
Mhm.
people can. So, all right, so we don't have any heartburn about getting a new lock
No,
and,
just buy
and make
it.
like 57 keys
No.
instead of
No.
a combination lock,
No, just,
pass them out to the whole world.
yeah, right. No,
Yeah.
Our
just,
feelings with the lock.
Okay,
Mm.
as far as the camera thing, do we have it? I mean, do we know how much we have for a budget?
oh yeah, we don't have much. I mean, I actually, somewhere in this pile, I'm sure I could find one, but
But we can check with Joan.
oh yeah, she's
Yeah,
got all that
okay,
stuff
we'll
at her
check with
fingertips.
Joan next week.
Mhm.
We'll see.
Yeah. I don't think we have the money to buy a camera. I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, I don't know what are you looking at, $200 to $300 for?
Oh,
something?
no.
Yeah.
Bass Pro had them for $89.
Yeah, or something like
They're,
that.
they're very inexpensive.
Number one, we got to find out legally, what the
Right, and I understand that.
Yeah.
And my only heartburn too with the cameras is that if people spot them, they say, oh my, I can use that.
They'll shoot at it
Well,
too.
that,
Mhm.
but also taking it home. But I think it's something that we should look at,
Mhm.
so.
And not just from like a standpoint of using it for surveillance, but a lot of other conservation commissions in the state hold, I believe they have trail cams with it for wildlife use.
Possibly,
and just
yeah. I know personal people do in their own yards.
yeah.
I know, having watched Not Country Law, I saw, the fishing game officers utilizing them to monitor areas, and so, for hunters or whatever.
And again,
Mhm.
I think it's, to make the public aware
Mhm.
more than anything else,
Right. Mhm.
because we don't want to turn into policemen and be,
No, right.
You know,
No,
doing
no,
that.
no. You don't want to be confronting anybody because you just
No.
never know. I mean,
but if there's something blatant, at least we have something to
Mhm.
go on or
Right.
something like that. Okay, we'll pursue that.
Yeah.
We'll find out from Joan how much
yeah,
the budget is.
yeah, the lock. I mean, the lock.
Should-
Just buy a lock if you
Should
guys
we
want
ask
to
the
do it.
police department if they know the rules about if we can put those cameras up for that purpose? I'm not sure if
No,
they'd
we'll
be the best.
We'll let Joan handle that.
Yeah, I-
she'll be the point person. I mean, Mr. Chairman, I'd let her do it, unless she delegates. But at this point in time, let her do that. And,
Yeah, I think we need a clarification.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with you, Matt, that I don't think we need permission, but,
yeah.
as things go along, as the way it is
Well,
now.
the courts, the way they rule today, you never know when they're going to say that you do or you don't.
Right.
So, you could get somebody in a compromising position, have it on tape, and next thing you know, because that's been known to happen in that area before.
Yeah,
So, you could find yourself in a real pickle with the fact, even if it is public area. But I would say, let Joan run that by town council. I mean, not by the police department, by town council.
Yeah.
yeah.
We'd have to go one step above. I mean,
Now, the lock, is there a lock on that little 2 acre by the stream? There's a,
we could buy a stream.
Nessincus Brook,
Okay.
that kiosk, does that have a lock on that too?
Oh, Parker Park. Is that what you're talking about? Because Ness and Cake Brook runs through there. It's
Yeah.
on 3A.
Yeah, the one that's on 3A though.
I believe there is a lock on there. No, I was there the other day, and there was or last Thursday, and the information that's in there has been up there for years. It's
Your grandfather's information.
Beware of
Yeah.
Indians. So,
Yeah.
dinosaurs roam through here.
Right, recently, yeah.
I mean, if we're gonna buy some locks and they're
No,
not
I was
that,
just gonna say buy matching locks if you get, I don't know what else.
yeah,
What else
well,
do we got for
that was my
kiosks?
thought.
Yeah.
Now, where else do we have a kiosk? Matt, are you aware of?
So we got kiosks at Morris Falls, Parker Park,
in the Litchfield Town Forest.
Town forest, yeah, the state forest right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the only two that I know of.
Seemed like there was another one.
And I'll bet you that if we go to look for keys for those things, I bet
No, I
you.
was just gonna say, buy at home at one of the super box stores at a set of 4 or something like that.
Yeah,
And they're all matching with the key. That's all. Then they obviously give you 4
let's see,
keys.
what
or
else did
whatever.
we want to talk about, particularly in Moore's Falls that causes a problem?
Mhm.
We talked about the locks, we talked about the cameras.
Mhm.
We're gonna look into the rules
Mhm.
and get them clarified.
Yeah, we'll have Joan do
And,
that.
and then,
Yeah.
um,
We need to get it in writing just to make sure we have it right.
yeah, no, I
So-
agree. And then whatever we decide on, whatever is posted in those kiosks, so at least
Yeah, right.
that's there.
Mhm.
And,
Even if it's fully legal to have them there, would be a bad idea to post it. That this area is monitored by cameras. That's all. I mean,
no, I agree.
sends out a message to them.
Yeah,
And whoever. I mean, I'm assuming they're probably coming in from the end of Temple Drive and in that way. I don't know.
Oh, the shooters.
Mm.
I believe they said that the people that they approached were from Derry.
Oh, they were from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But where were they coming in from? Were they coming in from Temple Drive? Were they coming in from the parking
I
lot?
think
no, they were actually in the parking lot and walking right down,
Oh, okay. Mhm.
you know, so they're rather blatant about it, I guess.
Well, one guy I was talking to him last week, and nothing to do with us, nothing to do with that, but some folks just bought a house in town on a 1 acre lot, and I guess, was it last Saturday night? Two Saturday nights ago, they spent the whole evening sitting in their backyard just shooting. There's nothing between there and just a massive field all the way to the river. They're out there firing shotguns and handguns out until all hours of the night. And so a lot of people don't realize that guns are weapons. And there is a place to use them and a place not. And when there is
Well,
no
one of the
backdrop-
one of the things that I discovered when I was talking to Fish and Game, and it should go on the record, is that Fish and Game will help us to a point. And the point being that if there's a hunting violation, okay, we can get them involved and they can help us out.
Right.
If it's just target shooting,
Mhm.
okay, it is the town's
town's
responsibility,
responsibility to address
which
that.
I did not know.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
The other thing is that during hunting, there's a rule which is called a compact area,
Right.
and that's 5 houses in a row that are less than 300 feet apart.
Yeah, no 300 foot apart.
Okay.
That's the rule, yeah.
So, but if someone's target shooting, again, that's the town's responsibility. If someone gets caught hunting, then Fish and Game can be involved,
Okay.
I mean,
yeah, right. And the 300
which
foot-
again, I didn't realize.
Mhm. Yeah, right.
But if our friends that own the acre are blasting away and it's a compound area,
Mhm. Well, it's pretty well. It's not real super close. It's on 3A, but
Yeah,
the nearest house
and
on one side is probably 500
I
feet.
guess
The other
there've
one's
been
300 feet.
some, I was mentioning to Matt, there were like 4 incidents on the police reports, people shooting over at Cutler or Page Road too.
Oh, yeah, they've been talking about, well, Hudson Litchfield News has been someone complaining about it down in the back corner of at the town
Yeah.
line, yeah.
Which,
Yeah. But I think that's actually in Hudson. I don't think that's in Litchfield.
wow.
Yeah, that corner down there. It's behind Ocean's Trailer Park.
Matt, was
back
that what we needed to cover as far as Moore's Falls or the?
I think so.
Anybody have anything else?
Let's see. So last Thursday, and this wasn't related to conservation whatsoever. I was just doing this from like a historical standpoint. A lot of people became interested in the trolley tracks
Mhm.
and going up and seeing them in Parker Park
Mhm.
and the remnants. So I decided if anyone, because I was familiar with it, I decided if anyone wants to go up there and see it, I'll show you around, and it's a nice area. And I showed them around. I had 11 people.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was actually I believe it was 11. I'm trying to remember. It was quite a few people
Yeah.
came,
Where's,
and
excuse me, where's Parker's Park?
At the corner of Pinecrest Road, right there, the brook right there. We're just
Oh, is that what it's called?
Yeah. Parker used to own the land.
Oh, okay.
Parker's
But I
farm.
thought it was only 2.5 acres.
it was tiny, but enclosed within it is a portion of that old trolley track and the old trestle
Oh.
bridge up there.
Yeah.
But they did express interest in seeing other conservation properties in town, and so I thought I'd come and ask the rest of the commission if maybe the commission itself would like to show the public around some of their conservation areas, a chance to meet everyone here on the commission and see their public lands.
That's,
Might not be a bad
That's a
idea.
good
Mhm.
I think that we should do that.
Yeah, we've
no,
talked-
I agree, because as we get busier, or as we get more people in town,
Mhm.
and as we get more building, because apparently they're putting in a housing development next to, where the old salmon,
Yeah, that's the water main coming across the river.
oh, is that it? Is that,
That's where we're gonna get the Merrimack River water to drink in Litchfield.
what do you mean? I thought we were, never mind. Anyway, but as we get more people in town and as property gets sold for housing,
Mhm.
then we should make people aware that these areas are available
No,
for.
we always, it's been talked about for a long time, Joan has a list and, putting together a list, posting a list on the internet. I don't think it's ever happened, but we've talked about it off and on for years.
Mhm.
It's one of those kind of things. We'll do it next
Well,
month.
I think the biggest problem is that the fine she posts is on the internet, but I don't think half the people even know where it is.
Mm.
Like,
Yeah.
I've been driving up and down Albuquerque
Mhm. Yeah.
now. I understand
You figured out where Albuquerque is now?
yes,
Okay.
okay, and I understand I'm probably the maturest person here.
No, I get you beat, I think.
Anyway,
Yeah.
but trying to find the back entrance to Birch Street.
So yeah, Birch Street is it's a double cul-de-sac on each side. The eastern one, it's
Mhm.
like if you go to the end of
Well, the point being is that, okay, I'm having a little difficulty finding it. I think,
If you come in from 3A
yeah,
and go in Talent Road, right opposite where that new road you thought was the road,
yeah.
you go up there and it's your first left. And then you take your left and then you go in, then it's your first right.
Oh,
That's the easiest way.
no, okay,
If we
I
tell
put the-
you from Albuquerque, you'll get confused. You get two turns that you might,
okay.
put the signs up there at Birch Street where the trail opens there, and I also put one at the end of Campbell
Mhm.
Drive. You can't really get in through there; it's all wetlands.
right.
But you can get in through.
Mhm.
But I think I think it is a good idea that we not advertise, but make everybody aware that these things are available to people.
Mhm. Well, there are certain areas, there's certain areas like out behind the middle school, which is, we're kind of the stewards of it, but that's that very sensitive area. And that was purchased with state money quite a few years
But the
ago.
one behind the school where it's all swampy.
Yeah, right, yeah.
oh,
That's, stuff like that. We just, we have to
No,
be sensitive to that.
but
We don't want
like
to start
Birch
birds
and
going out
down-
there. Yeah.
down
Mhm.
where you took those people and
Yeah.
Moores Falls and
Mhm.
maybe perhaps some other areas that folks, the town, in fact, coming up here, it looked like cast of thousands were already in the town forest, There was like 5 vehicles over there for crying out
Listen,
loud.
there is a lot of people go hiking. A lot of people take the dogs out in there.
Yeah,
I saw 5 cars at 4 or 5 cars at Morris Falls when I was coming back from work one afternoon. It's like, wow, and again, it's got to be a record.
There are some people that do go down there fishing. I don't know if any of these work, but
No.
the river is extremely low right now. So,
oh yeah.
Mm.
But what happened, this is a curiosity question. Now, I have been to Moores Falls and I've been over Moores Falls.
Mhm.
It's a long, involved story. But
Right.
anyway, and it almost looks like you could go swimming in there.
That waters, people do.
Okay.
It's been used for swimming
And
for.
do we
for
have any
years.
sort of liability or?
No, we just don't. We certainly do not put up any sign, go swimming.
Okay,
You go swim in the river any way you want to, but don't, just, no.
no,
Yeah.
because that's my other, in this day and age, Tom,
Mhm. Yeah. To the best of my knowledge, it's not a bathing beach of any kind, shape, form. People have been swimming there since,
Yes.
since it was Moore's Falls. I guess back when the falls were there, and they actually, brought the boats up through the river boats.
Okay,
No, and like I said, supposedly it's good fishing up there. Well, if we have nothing else, then we're going to make a motion. Anybody?
Well, can we open up to public input?
You have any public
Just
input?
curiosity.
Yeah.
What are they paving Morse Falls or redoing the?
I don't know. That's
So yeah, did you see it this morning?
Yeah.
So-
So
Yeah, I had a member of the public contact me this morning and asked what was going on because they blocked the entire parking area from
Yeah.
Morris Falls. It's full of construction equipment, and
they dug it all up.
they're digging it up. I have no idea what's going on there.
part of their agreement, they were supposed to come back and rebuild that parking lot. So maybe that's what I just happened to
Oh.
think of that.
Okay.
So that's probably what they're doing. They're supposed to put in gravel it, and Jack has probably got after them to do it right, because at some point during the construction process they dumped some gravel and spread it around. But they were supposed to make a nice
Oh.
parking lot out of it. So that could possibly be it in hindsight, but I don't know. I'll try to get a hold of Jack tomorrow if I have a few minutes and find out what's going on. Because Jack would be the one to be.
Also, did you want to do, you were talking about doing a walkthrough on something?
Oh yeah, on Birch Street. Yeah. Well,
I'm available Friday.
this Friday.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, Lilac Court. If you want to take that, you can have it done. I mean,
Okay.
it's
Now, is that Lilac Court the one we need to do the walkthrough?
Yeah, we're gonna look to walk through that, but we're talking about Birch Street, which is the 66 acre property.
Okay.
Right.
Just gonna go check that out. Probably look in, maybe see what. Just now that it's summertime, we can look and see what needs to be
Mhm.
cleared up
Mhm.
and see what we can do for out of the way of trails because there's.
Now, how expensive, and this is a question, how expensive would it cost the town to actually have maps for the public for places like Moores Falls or Birch Street or that Parker place?
We've never, I don't think it's ever been researched. I mean, I think there was some, I believe there was some of them available. I don't know. Jones is the one that's,
Andrew's been working on a couple maps for us. Actually, I've posted a couple of them online. I don't think it would be too much more than just printing them out on a regular.
Well, I don't know, but if we're going to go through this effort of communicating with the public and making them aware of all this sort of stuff, okay? It would,
Those are simply formatted. I can formally format those too,
do they show the actual trails and stuff?
Well, I'm using remote sensing technology, so I haven't been actually out there to map them.
Oh, okay.
So I'm guessing at this point for where the trails are, with historical data
Right.
and other stuff. So at some point, it would be good to ground truth what I've done.
the trolley car track doesn't show up on this one, on this Moores Falls one very well, does it?
No, I don't think it's actually put in there. That might be it, right?
Well, particularly, and again, Moores Falls, because if you walk down there,
Yeah.
and if you go to the right, you're going to end up on private property,
Right.
okay, where you need to stay to the left.
Mhm.
Now, somebody who's, again, unfamiliar with that,
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I mean, we have no signage indicating it, but I mean, I think the objective has always been up there is just basically to walk down, straight down, quote unquote, to the river and trolley car tracks and then down to where the falls were. Yeah, just as a walking point, not as an attraction. Now that the Boy Scout has done the gatekeepers signage down there, I guess has anybody actually gone up and seen the signage that he put up there?
I went down there recently. I didn't actually go to see all of the posts that he put out there, but they look very nice. I saw the one at the entrance right across from the kiosk. He did a good job.
the only other comment on Moores Falls, I was over there the other day after the heavy rains, and I know that the place was logged, and they left a lot of wood chips and stuff, but there was some significant washout from the rain. You could see it where it literally cut a path down through all those wood chips and all that sort of stuff. And that may be something that later on we maybe want to keep an eye on and stuff like that. Because if that happens, I mean, and you do get heavy rains and all of a sudden start eating into the ground. Right now, it just washed the wood chips away.
Right, yeah.
But that potentially is
It's a potential,
a situation that could occur.
Because we have the other spot further up in where the part of the car track is gone, basically. It is completely eroded out, but we talked about that off and on for years. We had fences up for a while, but
All right, you're looking for your motion
I'm still
to,
looking for my motion.
I make a motion.
Is there a second?
Yep.
Moved, seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. Thank you. Yeah.
All right. One thing I forgot to mention, so we have the Blandings Turtle's Nest up on Century. I put the hardware cloth out on it within a couple days of the eggs being laid down and the nest being in there, and now it is time for the hardware cloth to come off. So I'm going to go up now to remove that. I don't know if anyone else wants to join me up there.
I'll join you.
Okay, and then we'll.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay to the air conditioning. But I have to go toward Morris Falls tomorrow. So if I see that construction, I'll stop and talk to whoever's doing that and just find out what they're doing.
Yeah, I'll find out from Jack. I'll give Jack a call in the morning.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, if they were digging it up, I would suspect, you know, they're
Yeah. it was
repaving,
good.
they're
16
repaving,
inches, it seemed. at
Yeah, it was-
least.
they're repaving 3A.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
pardon?
they're doing all of it?
They're supposed to. with a
Well,
graded
supposed
overlay,
to.
Yes.
But it appears they're doing sections at a time.
No, the part you're seeing probably down south, that's another part of the highway. That's nothing to do with 3A. This Litchfield 3A, that's the Hudson 3A. That's a different paving job altogether. There's two
Really?
different districts. Yeah, there's two different
Well-
animals.
Yeah, because I was wondering why, I figured, oh, well, that's what 3A ends.
No, 3A ends right at the bottom of Pelham Avenue, right? You know,
Yeah, right where they stop paving.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically, yeah.
Yeah,
Because then the Hudson takes over. The Hudson comes down the hill,
Right.
turns there, then it goes up to basically Litchfield line, and that's where the.
but I know that they came down the road 3A and they were scraping the whole road.
Oh, the shoulders. They're getting
Yeah.
ready. They're getting ready to pave. They're scraping out they're digging out all the swales on the sides.
So,
But yeah, no, I don't know. I'm hoping because they are supposed to. I understand they're supposed to continue the water main from Hillcrest to the fire station, the library, wherever the next hydrant is. And if they do that, I'm hoping that they will at least wait until they get done doing that before they pave the road. Other than that, it's going to be to
Yeah,
pave the
they-
road Monday and they'll dig it up on Tuesday.
they
Yeah.
did put a hydrant, by the way, that road, or that inlet that I thought was gonna be houses.
Yeah.
Looks like they put a hydrant there.
They're using that for their work because they're running the pipe under the river, on top of the river. That's going to be like the river's about 20 feet deep at the bottom there, and the new water main is sitting on top of that. And I guess the pipe is going into the river, coming out of the river, I should say, at about a 20-foot depth. So they're going to come 20 feet and then up. But I'm assuming, I don't know where they're getting the water from that hydrant right now because I see they had a hose on it today when I come by.
Oh, did they?
So they're using it probably to fill up their tank trucks and stuff. I don't know, but yeah,
Unbelievable.
we approved that a couple of years ago that to do it. That, and then they modified a little bit. They were supposed to go a little bit further south, but I see now they just come right straight across the river. So when they get,
Yeah, it looks like they changed their mind about every other week on where it was going, and now
well, they were trying to find the best possible place. That the riverbed there was solid ledge, and I guess it runs. Well,
If you, with the DOT, they really need to get their act together on setting up signs, right?
Mhm.
Have you noticed that? Like you come over by the Blueberry place as an example, and you
Mhm.
see, road work, then you see flagman, and then see one lane.
Mhm.
Okay, all right, slow down.
Yeah.
Then you go like about 2 more miles, nothing.
right,
All of a sudden,
yeah. There is requirements. I know. I have no idea what
The
they
guy
have.
that was talking about snowdrop in
Yeah.
April.
Snowdrop is down here.
April doesn't.
Yeah, April's way up there.
April's not part of the
I
equation.
was
That's what he had
wondering
me
about that.
so confused.
Yeah, I was
well,
trying to figure that out.
that's what confused me too.
Okay.
Snowdrop and April about
folded.
Way up here.
15 miles apart.
There's a invisible road.
It's a different.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's what threw me off. And April is not happening.
Yeah, I'm like, April's way up there. And then he was talking about snowdrop. I'm like,
Well,
Okay.
the one we're gonna try to go look at is the one that down here, Snowdrop.
Snowdrop's down.
Snowdrop, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, where they're hauling